Thank you for joining me on my coffee break crash test. I'm having a Costco coffee, and are you having a coffee as well?
Today I'm actually on tea, as it were.
Is that because of the cultural thing?
Um, Mostly a winter thing. For some reason during the winter I tend to go more for cups of tea than coffee. Don't know why, just do.
So, you're painting miniatures today?
Yeah, so today I'm base coating the pink for the majority of my new Chaos Knights, and then I've got to do the hand undercoating of four more Chaos Knights, specifically War Dogs, as it were.
You've been painting miniatures for a long time now. Is that accurate?
On and off 20 years, basically.
If you wanted to go back and repaint old minis, is that something that's possible with painting minis, or once it's painted, it's painted?
Oh no, nowadays, I mean, you can easily dip dive it into various things. Like people all have different things that work for them. I've heard isopropyl alcohol. I've heard there's like a specific paint stripper that you can do for acrylics and all that lot. So it's very possible to scrap it back to zero and start again if you wanted.
Have you ever done that?
I'll be honest, no. Um, it's one of these things of I I just paint what I'd paint, as it were. And a lot of my old models I've either sold on or traded away or something.
But surely you've gotten better at painting over the years.
Hopefully, you could ask some people about my latest paint scheme, and they'll still say it's bloody horrible.
Slaanesh Chaos Knights, I'm gonna guess.
Yep, Slaanesh Chaos Knights, because I can.
From what I've been told, I think by you, Slaanesh is underpowered in the current meta. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, 10th edition as a whole, I don't particularly like it. Um, Chaos in particular, it's a very weird faction at the moment. Slaanesh, yeah, basically is, but it always has been. The fun part of the moment is the fact that you have the dedicated Nurgle army, which is called Death Guard. They have their own codex and their own rules, their own special models, and yet the Chaos normal with the Mark of Nurgle does 10 times better. Work that out. And it's all because of a stratagem that makes it broken in one set, but then the official Death Guard guys don't actually have access to it, which makes no sense.
Death God being Nurgle, right?
Yeah, Death Guards are the official Nurgle army, as it were. So, like for Slaanesh, it's Emperor's Children. For Khorne, it's World Eaters, and for Zeech, it's Thousand Sons. And Thousand Sons, Death Guard, and World Eaters all have their own special codex. They were like sectioned out. So the aim is you have a special codex for each of the Chaos Gods, and then the Chaos Codex for basically the undivided general chaos. Except for, of course, they haven't done Slaanesh. They probably never will. Everyone says that the secret codex due out this year is going to be Emperor's Children, though I'm not holding my breath. I mean, I could take you to my local store and point at the spot where I was told literally 19 years ago now. Empress Children are getting a codex soon. I know this. I know the guy in Warhammer World. He's told me he's doing it. Still waiting.
Wait, Slaanesh haven't had a rule book for 19 years, and yet you
No,
still
we've never
play,
had a rule book.
and yet you still play Slaanesh?
Yeah. So I play technically. So the way I do it is I just play the general Chaos Codex with the slight Slaanesh upgrades. But it's not its own dedicated army because Games Workshop hates Slaanesh.
Well, if they brought back squats, anything is possible.
I mean, anything's possible, but it's one of those you just don't hold your breath for it. They have announced that on the Codex roadmap for this year there is one that's been blanked out and it's secret. But I think it'll actually be Dark Mechanicum and not Emperor's Children, because that makes sense in a weird way.
Sorry, the fridge door fell off and I had to help my roommate put it back on.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty important thing. So yeah.
So how many codexes come out a year then?
Well, at the moment, because there's been a new edition, every single one needs to be done. So I can't remember how many armies there are. I think there's like 14 codexes. There's a codex roadmap, so.
And Slaanesh is not on the roadmap?
No, officially. Codex roadmap. Here we go.
Who else is not on the roadmap?
No one.
So everyone else but Slaanesh.
They've never had one, so of course they've not put them on there. There is one that is a secret one, which means new army of some sort. A lot of people are going, oh, it's going to be Emperor's Children, Slaanesh. Whereas I'm going, no, it's going to be Dark Mechanicum. I just have a feeling,
Didn't the Sisters of Battle not have a codex for many years as well?
Where years and years, like that's over a decade ago. They used to be technically like a PDF only, but now they are literally what they call the Adaptus Sororitas now. There you go. Here's an image for you that you can use. So that's the roadmap of all the codexes to be done this year. And there's one that's a secret one, but we don't know what it is yet.
Why do you think it's going to be Dark Mechanicus?
Because it hasn't been Emperor's Children yet. There's also been, because there was the new model Vashtor, which is the demon wannabe god. He wants to be the 5th chaos god. Because we can't talk about Balal or something for copyright reasons. Bellacor's god of the demons, and they've got the codex already, or leader of the demons, whatever. So Vashtor wants to be like the mechanical god of chaos. Now this is where there's the argument. They've just released the Fulgrim model, where he's like kind of demony in Primarch form, but like they've clearly said this is not for 40k. Okay. Right. So they've never, there's never been anything to suggest it. And I just have a feeling that, they're building up this hype and putting little sneaks, but they've done this plenty of times before. And not done Emperor's Children. So I just have a feeling that rather than do the one which we all kind of expect or a lot of us want, I will just do Dark Mechanicum.
Is anyone asking for Dark Mechanicum?
Oh yeah, because they want it's the if the Imperium's got it, the good guys, then Chaos need it, and because you've got Admech, the opposite of
Night Households, that's the one for playing the one, basically the Titans, the large miniature.
Kind of, yeah. So you've got Chaos Knights, you got War Dogs, which are like the babyest of the knights, so they're bigger than a dreadnought, smaller than a proper knight. Then you get the Night Knights. Then you start getting Forge World Knights, which are a bit bigger again. Then you get into the beginning of Titans, and the Titans themselves go up depending on which one you get. And then finally you go mental and you home build a Warlord Titan. What is it? No, the Imperator Titan.
Home
And
build? You mean there's no rules for it?
there's no rules and there's no actual model for it. However, I do have designs and 3D print for one.
So
I'll send you an image of it so you'll see the scale of it.
if someone was to,
There you go. That's how big one of them is.
if people that use the Night Household armies, do they just have one miniature versus army? How does that work?
No. Again, they're all pointed accordingly. So, like War Dogs at the moment, they're like between 140 and 170 points. So, like in a 2,000 point game, the kind of meta army of knights at them, and Chaos Knights anyway, is just 13 War Dogs. I think like the most expensive pointed knight is about 750 points, something like that.
13 war dogs would be an army, and how many units are in your Slaanesh army?
Oh, again, it depends on points, but let's say if I was just to do, well, I'll quickly brew one up for you. So if I took 6 squads of Noise Marines at their current pointing, what's his name? Lucius the Eternal. That way I can actually have Noise Marines as troops. Otherwise, you're not allowed to use them. Well, as battle liners, troops are now called. I want Noise Marines, which for some reason aren't showing. Oh, yeah, there they are. 80 points for a squad of 5. Let's go mental and have a squad of 10 because, might as well. We're crazy here. 170 points. You can go for 6 squads of them because that's the most you can have a battle line. Then you can have Chosen on top of it. That's easily another 30 models. Or you could go with Obliterators, Warp Talons. Let's go mental 3 units of Warp Talons. There you go. So that's another 15 models. That's still at 1,400 points. You could have a lot if you wanted, or you can go the other end and just go for like 20 odd Terminators. Well, 30 odd Terminators, because they're like 280 points for a squad of 10.
And that's
so
13 war dogs versus that large number you said. That's a fair battle?
So this is an age-old debate and issue, but then it's the same with anything. So in some cases, no. If you go up against, say, a purely melee-based army that has no anti-tank ability, you're going to have a good day if you play Chaos Knights. But if you go up against an army that's got melter guns, las cannons, and D weapons, for example, or bright lances, you're going to have a bad day because, turn 1, zap, there goes one knight, zap, there goes another, zap, there goes one. Oh, great. They can literally one-shot a knight with, like, one gun. So it swings and roundabouts. It's very much a stat check. Do you have what it takes to kill a knight or not?
I'm done my coffee, so I'll let you get back to your painting. Thank you for joining me for this coffee break.
Cheers, man. Have a good one. Bye.